What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another 130 draft challenge where today we are going to try and crack the code of the 130. Before we get into the, draft properly though guys, if you're enjoying the content here on the channel, you wouldn't mind dropping a thumbs up. It would be very much appreciated, and if you are new, feel free to subscribe. We are just a few weeks away now from FC 26 and I'm excited for that game. Now, the top comment from yesterday said, the gold common theory is correct, Nep, and it does not mean that you won't get more than 4. Oh, hello? It means that when the 5th gold common shows up, the cards will be with 3 to 4 reasonable cards rather than a bad pick of all gold commons. It reduces the gold common picks in the rotation. Yeah, I just don't think that's true based on the picks that we had yesterday. Right? I just don't think it's true. Like, again, here, we're taking Asensio. Yesterday, we got 4 gold commons and then 2 picks that had gold commons. One of them had some alright cards. One of them had terrible cards. And so I don't think that that's true. And the whole point of the theory was that after the 4th one, let me get the actual video. I mean, good here, there's Jed Spence. Let me get the actual video up because, like I say, like I'm all for finding experiments. I really am. It's just got to actually work, you know. He said he discovered. This is the comment from that video. ADR discovered that any given draft cannot have more than 4 gold commons. That was what I was told. Not that after the 4th gold common the picks get better if they've got a gold common. It was he discovered that any given draft cannot have more than 4 gold commons. Basically, if you get a pick where you can choose between an 87 or less or a gold common, you should take the gold commons to get less stinky picks. But it just wasn't true. It just didn't happen. So we can like if there's a new theory that says after you've got 4 gold commons, oh let's go, that's a lovely pick. Any pick with a gold common thereafter has decent players, then we can test that too. But that wasn't what was said in the video the day before yesterday. And here we have got, guys, already 2 gold commons in this draft. We're 94 rated. It's not bad. The back line's decent, needs a goalkeeper and a left back. The midfield needs a CDM and a cam. The front line needs a right wing. And actually, there you go. Somebody actually responds to this person that says he literally got an 85 as the highest rated after. What are you talking about? And that's what I mean. Like, after I got the 4th gold common, the pick with the 5th gold common, was terrible. And then there was another pick with another gold common that did have like a decent player in there. Anyway, we've got another tin pot theory coming up. So I'm not saying that. I'm reading the comment that says that. Babajide says, I have a tin pot theory. In a gold common pick, always choose the card further to the left because that means you have to take more time scrolling to take than if you take the card further to the right. And EA, you work harder, so they will drop some better cards in the next picks. I mean, this is a tin pot theory. Thanks for the comment though. I appreciate that. Bambi says gold common theory is legit. It's not. It's been disproved already. We disproved it last one. It is unfortunately not legit. And again, don't get me wrong. I would love it if it was. If there is a way that we can manipulate better drafts, I am all for it. But there isn't. And so there you go. We are back to just waiting on the blind dumb luck. Right, there's our 3rd gold common. We'll still pay attention to it today. Right, we'll pay attention to it. Has Hoffman got right wing? Yes, she has. Love that. Lose 1 chemistry there, but all good so far. I mean, this isn't going to be a great draft. Getting that 99 Ronaldo was really nice, but it's kind of gone downhill from there, hasn't it? Right, we've got Lavoisier right there. What do we want? Rodrigo, Alvarez. Yeah, we'll take Rodrigo. Rodrigo goes in there at the cost of chemistry again. Next pick for this draft here. We get callum. Has he got CDM? Yes, he has. Lovely stuff. The chemistry of this draft is so terrible that I actually think I'm going to put Zola back in. Just to get it up there a little bit more. Maybe I could put Ashley Cole in as well and really fire the chemistry pistons. Leon Bailey goes on to the reserves. I think what I'll do, guys, in the next draft, right, is if I see a gold common, I will just take it. And we will try to get to 4 gold commons as quick as possible so that we can then take note of how the future gold common picks behave. I think that's a much better way to try and decipher whether or not this gold common thing is true, because it's actually quite mad that not only the top comment was about the gold commons and was like kind of disproven in that previous draft, but also a comment a few below was also about saying how it's good and like how it works, and it just kind of didn't. So let's force the issue in draft number 2. If you want to use the best players in FC25, there's only one sure way to get them. U7buy.com gives some of the best prices around for you to buy Ultimate Team coins. It's fast, safe, and reliable, and if you use code NEP at checkout, you will get 8% off their prices. So check the link in the description. As we get into draft number 2, guys, Goldie Bro says, be interesting. What are we going to do? 4-3-3 defend. Goldie Bro says, Nep, I always forget to like your videos, even though I've been watching you every single draft video for a while now. Get Seamus the Anus Destroyer there. Today I will go back and like all the videos you posted. Well, don't waste your time doing that, but thank you very much for watching every video. But on that note, you'll notice like, oh, that's a really extremely rare pick for Viali. You'll notice I generally don't tend to like push for likes or comments, or at least I haven't done for a long time. And that is because the way the YouTube algorithm worked is it just didn't have any meaning to do it. Like the YouTube algorithm decided whether or not to push your videos based on watch time and based on, let's take that Pedri, and based on click-through rate, which basically means like when you see the video, get his 98 a bit. Hey, listen, I will stand true to what I said. Here is gold common number 1. Yeah, which is basically like if you see the video on your YouTube channel, on your YouTube page, anywhere, whether that's homepage, subbox, or whatever, whether or not you decide to click it or not, is like heavily determinant of whether or not the video gets pushed or not. Well, that's changed now, apparently, and only in recent months. Here's another common pick. There we go. That's 2. That's changed in recent months, and now those 2 things are still important: watch time and click-through rate, but they're no longer the most important thing. What YouTube now does is it pushes a video that you make out to a core group of people. They're usually subscribed people, and how those people interact with the video, it then decides whether or not the video has more value to the wider kind of YouTube audience and community. So then it will push it out to another group of people, and if that group of people engage well with the video, it will then push it out to a wider group of people. And it's why like the whole, oh, that's nice. It's why the whole like YouTube system has changed, and why it's like certain channels, no matter how good or bad the content is, just bang for views, because they just get pushed out to like lots and lots of people. And for smaller channels, like it might be a lot harder to kind of like get the views up. Whereas the way it used to work is it would just send your video to everybody that subscribed to you. And then if that video was like worked, if people like interacted with that video well, that's nice, isn't it? Canate or Courtois, who have we got? More Prems? No. Yeah, and if people kind of like engaged with that video as your subscribers, then it would end up being in the watch feed, it would end up being in the recommended videos, and a few other things here and there. And so now, because of how important engagement is, and it has been stolen in theory. Oh, there's another comment for us to take. It's been stolen in theory from TikTok, because that's exactly how TikTok works. TikTok will push it, any channel whatsoever can upload. You could create a brand new TikTok and upload a TikTok. It will get pushed to a few hundred people, and how those few hundred people interact with it, it will get pushed for more and pushed for more and pushed more. And it's why like creating content that is effectively the same. There's our 4th common. Right, now we get to test a theory. It's why like creating content that is effectively the same can be really good, because if I end up, let's say we do these draft challenges, bang, 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 we do these for 20 days, 30 days, 40 days in a row, and then all of a sudden I do a gameplay draft. If I upload a gameplay draft and all the people that YouTube push that video to are like, oh, I don't really want to watch a gameplay draft, I prefer the draft challenges, I'll wait till tomorrow, that video will just die, because people are actively, the first kind of like pool of people that it pushes the video to actively decide to not watch the video, and off the back of that, YouTube says, oh, well, this video is not any good then, so we won't push it to anybody else. And it's like, damn, man, is it that savaged? Like, and so for you to like kind of find a new audience, you've got to like consistently upload that extra content. Well, there's another common, but this one is with a high-rated player. So that is one on the one nod to the people that think the common theory works. So yeah, so now I'm sitting here and I am asking you guys if you could interact with the video in one way or another, whether that's liking it, whether that's commenting, whether that's liking a comment or responding to a comment. It would just be much appreciated. It would go very far. It actually helps in the algorithm a hell of a lot, and yeah, I'd be very grateful for it. Anyway, well, there you go. Myth busted, guys. Myth busted. We've already got 4 commons in the draft. We've got a pick here with more commons and no quality players whatsoever. Myth busted. Picking commons in your draft does not give you better drafts. Wow, we get 99 Ronaldo for the 2nd draft in a row. It's going to give us some good chemistry, but this draft is pretty stinky, to be honest. Yes, it's going to be a 1-2-8, which is actually all right, to be fair. Do I even have a right back there? No, I don't. Yeah, 1-2-8 is actually all right, given the fact that we've got 2 terrible centre-backs, an awful right-back, and a terrible bench. So not so shabby. Let's get into attempt number 3. All right, as we get into attempt number 3, Rishi says, "Hey, big fan, been watching for the last 8 years, ever since you started draft content. A cool addition to draft would be where you could upgrade one of the cards in your starting 11 or bench to their highest rated versions in-game. For example, in today's 3rd draft, the 93 Van der Sar could have been upgraded to the 98 version of him, would give a little bit of a wild card type feel to the draft, make content even more exciting to watch and also to record." Yeah, I think things like that would be very, very welcome, actually, in general. And anything that EA can do to kind of like gamify the draft, right? Winning kind of like I said, like I've spoken about this before, but like if you go into a draft 1st round and you win that 1st round, there's our draft killer today. You should be able to swap one of your players for one of your opponent's players. Oof, 98 Caicedo. Wait. EA and SBC? Have EA put SBCs in draft? Oh, he's on the market. Never mind. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, I think that would be good, and I think that would be nice. I also think that draft should be like and I think this is why they've done it for Gauntlet. When Gauntlet comes next year, where you play, if the Gauntlet is 3 games, you play all 3 games. If it's 5 games, you play all 5 games, and then your rewards come based on how many wins you get during those 5 games. I think draft should be like that as well. Like I say this quite a lot, but especially because it's, oh yes please Beckenbauer, especially because it's like a paid entry mode. Imagine if you're like, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 years old, you get home from school, you've managed to like rip together 15,000 coins, you go into the draft, you build a draft that is kind of uninspiring, and then you get smashed in the 1st game. Or even worse, you build an insane draft and you get smashed in the 1st round because you're not the greatest at the game. And so, you just did your best, but you got absolutely obliterated. And so now, now what? You don't get like, you get some terrible packs back that maybe you earn like 5, 6, 7,000 coins from at most. And then you're kind of sat there going like, oh well, I won't be doing that again. Whereas, crying out loud, I literally. Look, never mind. Look, De Gea, Donnarumma and Courtois all have like these much better cards. So yeah, I think on the flip side, if somebody got the ability to play all 4 games with the draft, no matter what, and then based on how many wins you got, determined your reward, I just think it would be way better, way more fun. I think draft would be more engaging and more enjoyable. Let's go. I do have a right back. That's good. Right, this back line, other than the goalkeeper, is superb, guys. The midfield is very good. The attack needs some work, but this draft is on. This draft is on. We're going to need some more super players. Never mind. Draft is off. It needed to be a good pick there. It really did. We get a Rivaldo. He doesn't help us very much because he doesn't have striker. We get Archie Gray. Going over Hulmund. Look at that back line. Other than the goalkeeper, back line and midfielder banging. Front line is terrible. Bench is terrible. 1-2-9. Absolute maximum here. We get Sergio Busquets. He's decent for it. You can go up at striker. That's one nice upgrade. That is a good upgrade. That is not a good... Digne, not a good upgrade. Why am I getting all of these good defenders, man? Little Kim can now come out. And we'll do that. That's another nice upgrade, man. That front line... Well, it's only the wingers, really, that's going to absolutely cost us dearly here. Raud's got right wing, which doesn't really upgrade the team. And then we end with a 97 Vialli. I don't think any of these players have wing spots or anything, no. Sergio Busquets has right mids. But even Rivaldo can't go on the other side. I mean, the starting 11 here is genuinely fantastic. The bench, however, is diabolical. And that leads us into attempt number 4. Right, 4th attempt. Here we go. Can we get a fun formation? Let's take the 3-4-3 flat this time. We've gone for a fair few 4-backs today. Again. And this is why. This is why. Because the 4-backs just offer the best. I honestly think the 4-3-3 is like the best option. Like any variation typically of it is very good. But the 4-3-3 flat, I think, is the best formation. However, I did see yesterday, take Socek there, the 4-5-1 with the 2 cams was shown to me yesterday with a 130. So maybe we should stop thinking about formations and just, you know, bank on the luck. Because, like, this draft, not very lucky. Not unsalvageable. Unsalvageable. But kind of not at the same time. If we do get... Ooh, let's take Marquinhos. He gets that good PSG chemistry. And then we also get either Carlos Poul or Marcel Desailly. We'll take Desailly because I think the French links will be better on this draft long term. And then in goal, we got 99 Hampton. 94 rated draft. We need 1 centre-back, 3 midfielders, and 2 attackers. And we could be cooking. 1 centre-back. Bosh. Job done. It gave me 2. I only needed 1. It gave me 2. We'll pop Carlos Alberto in there. That back line is now elite. Elite. We now need some midfielders. We get Nelson Semedo. He's good for the bench. Listen, we need 96s on the bench. That's okay. We get 97 Lucio. He goes into that starting 11. That is fantastic. I now need basically wingers, pretty much. Wingers, pretty much. We get Carlos Poul. Not very helpful. Thanks for nothing, pal. We get 98 Garincha. Try not to get excited. Try not to get excited. Because it could come crashing down. We get Igor Paichao. And then Ingolaso. 94 Zentner. Do you know what? 95 rated. Guys, this bench is so bad. And so is like Engels, Nedved, and Ibarbo. That if we actually get like 3 or 4 super players, it could be on. It really could be on. I know it's not the one that I want. Oh, actually, let me take Tadic. Yeah, let me take Tadic there. I'm not going to take that Pele because Tadic actually upgrades a position and saves us Pele and keeps our chemistry, and that's all nice. 4 to go. There's a dead pick. That's okay. That's okay. 3 to go. We get Mittelstadt, who does have right mids. It would enable us to take Ibarbo out of the team, Grincha up at right wing, Mittelstadt at right mids. It would then only be Engels on the team that would be poor. Or we've got Xabi Alonso, who would go in over João Neves. But I think for the first... I just think it's the smart thing to do there is to take Mittelstadt and get a +3 on the starting 11 instead of a +1, which is far more impactful, I think. Wow. Guys, this might be it. That 96 already. Guys, this might be it. What upgrades have we got on the bench? Ibarbo and Engels. And NepentheZ. No, just Ibarbo and Engels go in over Mpanzu and Pai Chao. I need a big player here for this to work. Never mind. Never mind. It's a good attempt. It's a good try. But it's not quite going to be enough. And I also think no matter, like, even if we took the 97 Alonso, we'd then still have Ibarbo on the starting 11. The starting 11 is good enough for this to be what we need it to be. 3 98s, a 99, 2 97s, 4 96s, and a 95. As per usual, the bench lets us down. We've got an 89, a 90, 2 92s, a 93, and a 94. They just needed to be better. Let's go and get into attempt number 5. Here we go for the 5th. What have we got? We've got the 4-3-3 Rob Holdini. And we're going to go with... damn, man. Looking at Saka there. He's out for 3 to 4 weeks, guys, with another hamstring injury. Fortunately, it's on the other leg this time. Unfortunately, I just worry with him now that he's going to have a career of hamstring injuries. We've seen it with so many football players over the years where their legs just can't take the load, right? And their minutes have to be managed, or they just constantly spend, 50% of every season on the sidelines. Oh, what a... Hello? Croft is moving mad. Granite. So yeah, a bit gutted for him, man. A bit gutted for him. I really hope it's not the start of a long career of big injuries. Give me that gorgeous Georges, baby. And that he comes back off of this injury and is just fine again. Rolfo can go in there. This is a good draft to start with, guys. A good draft to start with. We need a new striker or winger, because obviously Johnson could go up front. One new midfielder. Pretty much a full new back line apart from Georges. That's where our stumbling block is going to be for today. Can we get 2 big defenders straight away? We start with a Jordi Alba. A good start. Kicks us up a little bit. Give me another one. Give me another one. Never mind. Never mind. Give me a midfielder that also has centre-back. Don't worry about it then. Don't worry about it. It's calm. It's calm. We're fine. Give me a big CDM. Sudama. I'm not going to take that Walsh. I'm going to take Hoffman here. Just because Walsh has got 99 and Hoffman upgrades the team as well anyway. And also the draft is pretty dead. So it doesn't really matter, does it? Laurent Blanc. 89. Oh, scene. Blanc can go in there at centre-back, actually. Gives us a bit of chemistry. Draft is mudded, though. Even if we get some good things now. Woo-lay. Even if we get some good things now. This draft. Probably a 95. Probably a 95. But, truth be told, nowhere near good enough. We've had a couple of decent drafts today. We had one very good first 11 today. There's Echeberry Eze. Take Stein there as well. I don't even need to fix that draft up, man. It's terrible. Let's get into the last one for today. All right. The final for today. We're going to take the 4-5-1 attack. I was speaking on this a couple of drafts ago. This is the most recent one that I was sent of a 130. Was in this formation. We get Smolarek 92 as our striker. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Engels and Schmidt otherwise. Nothing crazy. We get Reinders. Nothing crazy. Okay. This is why I don't take these formations, you see? Because they're just bad, aren't they? They're bad. That is 5 dead picks in a row. Amado is like reasonable but not great right now. We're going to need some big 99s. We get Erling Haaland. Now, he's new in the rotation. We don't see him much at all, let alone his centre-back card. And then at left-back, Rolfo, wow. Wow. You know what I've been saying, guys, about how like we need some dumb blind luck to actually get the 130. This is that dumb blind luck the other way around. It is a 90 rated first 11, and it only has 12 chemistry, which really goes to show how bad the draft is. Because they're not the promo cards that give all the chemistry boosts. They are just all trash. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. It is just bad, bad, and even bad. Take a little bit of a Roberto Carlos. Going over Jared Bowen. And then swap with Engels. Good maneuvering from me right there. We'll take Bruno Fernandes. In going over Reinders. Hey, his penalty miss yesterday was wild, wasn't it? It was tough. That was a tough watch. Get Sullivan there. Hey, we haven't seen like Bo Selector. We get Bientolo. We haven't seen La Bonta at all today. We've seen 98 Garincha. That's nice. This draft's going to be well frustrating, isn't it? Because it's going to come through as a 128. Not that a 128 is good or should be like celebrated, because it shouldn't. It's terrible. But just in general, like a 128 is a 128. I wonder actually if putting Batarina in here and then doing that and then doing that. There we go. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. We still need an icon, preferably a centre-back. Get Al Salem, who doesn't do anything for us. Guys, I cannot end on a draft like this. Let's take Thuram just to boost up this draft here. Can't end on a draft like this. We're going to have to do one more. We're going to have to do Bon Johns. We're going to have to do one more. Just such a poor draft, isn't it? Like I say, it probably will be a 95 rated. It actually might not be. It is that bad. It is that bad. It is a 127. Let's go again. Right. One more. Why not? Why not? Here we go. We're going to take a completely different formation. We're going to go narrow this time around. We'll pop Hazard at centre mid. Why? Obviously. Well, oh, yeah. Don't even worry about putting him on the bench. And we will take 95 Ronaldo. I know we saw the 99 2 times in a row from the first 2 drafts today. But, Papa, you know, beggars can't be choosers and all that. Bit of Stoichi in there. Hey, listen, I've got vibes on this draft. Yeah, I have. Park Ji-sung there. Here comes a 99. Yes, it's written. Woody. We get 97 Veron. 3 97s and a 95 to kick things off isn't bad. Ooh. I'm going to go Kasparij here because she just has better chem, which we don't mind. Although we've got some good icons anyway. Listen, just keep giving me these 96s and 97s all the way up and down the team. I'm about that life. Maldini can go in there. I know he's got a better card, but still. That 97 Bon Pastor is extremely rare. This is going to be a very strong draft. A very strong draft. It is 96 rated. We can easily upgrade Maldini. Hazard, of course, has to go. And Martinez. But otherwise, we are cooking here. I would now just really like some 98s and 99s. And we are really cooking. Tempted to take Lacroix here to upgrade Maldini on the starting 11. Nope, let's take Dest and hope that we get another centre-back somewhere else down the line. we didn't. That's okay. That's okay. There's still time. There is still an opportunity. We will take Lookman. He can go in over Hazard finally. And then swaps with Stoichkov there. We're full chem. We're 95 rated. We've got easy upgrades still. We're 94 rated. Why do you do it to me, EA? Look at the bench again, guys. Look at the bench again. The starting 11 needs a couple of fixes, but it's okay. The bench. The bench. The bench. Oh, pain. There's that bigger centre back I was looking for. Endo low. Probably better off taking Kamchuk here, to be fair. Just to get her in over the 93. That is savage, guys. That is savage. It is only a 95 rated. Look at that first 11. Yeah, the strikers both probably need a little bit of an upgrade, but that first 11 is so good. That bench is so bad. That for today is going to be the end of the video. As always, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. I'm out. Peace.